Hello there and welcome to my channel. My name is Servone. I am a content creator who's just starting out mostly on Pokemon content, as just been kind of the thing that I've been gravitating toward lately. I got some fun in store for the next few weeks here related to a draft league I'm participating in. I'm also signing up for some other ones, so it'll be funny to have like a bunch of differently aligned draft league content coming out. Look forward to that if this is the type of thing you're into seeing. I know it's kind of been all the rage, and I've been wanting to get my hands on playing in some myself. Because I find this type of content is some of the most fun. Get to see some Pokemon you don't normally see in the spotlight really shine and show their true colors. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different assignments here. I am in Group B. I am Servone with the Steel type. The types were randomly assigned, and I was fortunate enough to get one of the best ones. My team will be showcased later in this video, as well as my opponent's team. The first week I'll be facing against True's Poison team, and that sounds like a great matchup for me to start this off with. So I look forward to showing you the team there. If you're into this type of content, definitely don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into the video. This is the player I'll be playing against team. This is True's team of Pokemon options that he can choose between. Based off of his options, the ones I'm scared about the most would be Gengar, Skarmory, Sneasler, and Vivillon. He could go. I don't like the idea of having to deal with cleft key screens. It could just make some of the mons that I have to deal with a little bit harder to kill. As well as Hatterene could be problematic if it does do Trick Room, but technically, unless I Tailwind, I am generally slower than he is on my team. But if he did like a Dragalge, Hatterene, Klefki team and try to Intoxipex and went like bulky, that could be annoying to fight. With my current Pokemon selections, if I was to do Scar or Talonflame plus Goldengo, I can beat any sort of lead he could possibly think to bring. So if it is Skarmory, my Goldengo has enough investment unless he bulks up to one-shot the Skarmory with Thunderbolt. I can use Talonflame to dual wing beat kill Vivillon, and I can Shadow Ball Gengar with the Tailwind and Psychic Sneasler. So there's a lot of ways I can dual wing beat Sneasler to kill it. So there's a lot of ways I can handle his team and his potential leads, and I think Talonflame and Goldengo will be the perfect two. I just wanted to share his team just so you guys had a picture as to what I'd potentially be dealing with. This program I have here is called Poke Synergy. I love this website. It's created by ScorioX, and it's just so incredibly useful for, especially for newer players, for building out teams that cover each other's weaknesses, as well as kind of getting some ideas on build sets and other things, and doing some like calculations and experimentation that you can do without needing to go into Showdown or to other mock battles to figure it out. I'll be going over this tool as I showcase the team I'll be using against True, and talking about each option here. So to start, we have our Talonflame. And the reason I like Talonflame so much against him is he does not have any fake out mons except for Sneasler. So we're going to have to deal with a few fast mons like Gengar, potentially Mega Gengar. And because of that, it means I'm going to be using Talonflame to try and bridge the gap of the speed differential with Tailwind. He has Skarmory, who can also set up Tailwind. I don't know if he'd necessarily do that in front of me, though, because Talonflame does threaten him. And I do have some strategies to help prevent Talonflame, or from Skarmory, setting up his own Tailwind. The idea will be I set up my Tailwind and I kind of win the match from there. The dual wing beat will be super powerful into Vivillon if he chooses to go with that as his setup mon / Tailwind or Rage Powder. This will take care of him. I'm running Gale Wings, obviously, so if he does lead Sneasler, I'm going to double protect. If it's Sneasler Gengar, I'm going to double protect, but if it's just Sneasler, then I just only protect the Talonflame and I can attack with Goldengo. I got the Focus Sash just in case, and we're going to do a standard speed spread. I did 27 speed as that's all I need to outspeed all of his mons, so I can put the rest into my bulk a bit. So that's why I did that. I think at max speed it's 189 for Gengar or Sneasler. Sorry, Sneasler, something like that. One of the two of them is that high, so that'll prevent me from having to worry about him. The next Pokemon I am definitely bringing into this matchup and into my lead will be Goldengo. Goldengo is here mostly to just wipe out all of his team members. I have super effective hits into basically anything he can pick. We have Vivillin, which we can hit with the Thunderbolt. We got Dragalge, which we can hit with Psychic. We got Toxapeck, which gets hit by Psychic. Gengar gets hit by Shadow Ball. Sneasler gets hit by Psychic. So pretty much all of his mons get dealt with by Golden Go. Golden Go's coverage is just so powerful into this matchup. And my other tech about this Pokemon that just makes him so devious is Gold is good as Gold. Vivillin can't use the Sleep Powder versus me to stop Golden Go from just winning this game. And I think unless he can find a way to kill Golden Go, which would be probably just Gengar, he is going to lose. He does not have any options to help against this. I have my Life Orb, and like I said, I don't have any speed investment because even if I did, I'm not outspeeding Gengar. The only time I'm outspeeding Gengar is if I have the Tailwind up, so I am not going to waste points into that. I have invested it into my HP, and instead what this allows me to do is Gengar won't be able to one-shot me now, so Shadow Ball will only do up to 99%, which is perfect, right? It does exactly enough for me to survive here, so... And then the next mon I'm 100% bringing is definitely Metagross. Mega Metagross is just, once again, incredible into this matchup. He is the Poison-type trainer, so I have just moves that can deal with all his mons once again. Between the Psychic and the Electric, this just kills pretty much everything he has. And this will just be a strong Mega. Once again, same as reason as Goldengo, I don't need any speed to outspeed Gengar, because it's not happening. I can't outspeed Gengar or Sneasler, so I'm not going to try. Put it in HP instead, which once again allows me to survive a Shadow Ball when I normally wouldn't if I invested it into speed. Other than that, we do have our Steelix, which I might consider bringing if he's going to do Dragalge with Sludge Wave and Skarmory team and Tailwind. I will just forgo trying to have the Speed War and go for a Steelix game instead. Add the Chople Berry to prevent myself from being killed by Sneasler's Close Combat, and I can kill it with high horsepower. And then I have the Wide Guards if he does start spamming Sludge Wave with Gengar or Dragalge. I also have Hydreigon here, who I also probably won't be bringing. It's just here as a threat so that he respects it and maybe changes his Pokemon choices to be stuff that are better suited for my Steel types to handle. He might be afraid of the Hydreigon. So that's just there to make him respect that I could do this option, but I'm not actually going to. It's more of a mind game. And we have Grimmsnarl, and I think Grimmsnarl will be our fourth Mon. The reason I like this Mon so much is, as I mentioned before, I have no speed investment in either of my Mons, because even at max, I'm not outspeeding Sneasler or Gengar. Grimmsnarl with the priority Prankster Scary Face will then actually allow me to outspeed those Mons and surprise them with a Psychic Fangs or Shadow Ball, respectively, to just kill them outright. I actually also have invested my stats to be a little bit different than usual here. I have the Poison-type Resist Berry, just for Sneasler, but I've actually gone into 18 attack, and the reason I do this is because if I go into the calculations, if I go to Grimmsnarl here, I can search up Gengar, and if he uses anything into me, I've put enough investment here that in a minimal bulk Gengar, he will get one shot by Sucker Punch. If I was him, I would be going max speed, max special attack to guarantee he outspeeds and kills all my options. And that's why this is so useful. It will allow me to deal with that. As you can see, like, I've kind of specced everything out to deal perfectly with his team, Toxapex. He even has the Cleft Key for the screens, and Metagross will deal with that. I don't see what he can really do versus me, because even Vivillin, if it's Choice Scarf, I have the priority dual Wing Beat, so it doesn't matter if it tries to Choice Scarf Sleep Powder me, it can't work. And if he goes for Rage Powder, also won't work, because Talonflame will just kill it. I don't really know what he's going to do to win this. I wish him the best of luck, and I'm curious to see what he does. Obviously, I shouldn't be too confident here, but I feel like I have built the perfect team for this matchup, and I'm excited to see how it performs. Well, it is battle time. I am going to be playing up against True in this match with my team here. Let's get this going. So, let's see what he has to bring. I don't have my pen, but that's okay. So, he brought all three potential Megas. He didn't bring Sneasler, which means Talonflame is guaranteed to win the Tailwind War. And if I bring Goldango on the side, even if he brings Skarmory, I can Thunderbolt kill it off the hop. He could also go with the Vivillon for Sleep Powders as a Hail Mary, so I'm going to bring my Grim Shady, who will be my taunter for that issue, and then I will put Metagross in the back. He can't even sleep Goldengo, so Goldengo is kind of just going to go to town here. I figure he's going to lead with Left Key if I was to fashion a guess and Skarmory to try and just get set up. I could just forego using Talonflame, but I do need it for that Tailwind in order to outspeed Gengar, so I'm going to have to bring it, but that's completely fine with me. I'm hopeful that Skarmory's in the lead here, and I can just kill it off the hop. Okay, so instead it's Vivillon with Gengar, and that's also fine. He could potentially run a Protect with his Gengar, knowing I could go for the kill there. What I could also do, I could actually dual Wing Beat with priority the Vivillon. That would also kill it. I could also go for Tailwind plus Protect, and that would guarantee I get Tailwind, and I guarantee... Like, if he attacks into Talonflame, that would suck, though. So, I assume this is Choice Scarfed. I'm going to assume that I'm right here, and he wants to kill Goldengo, and I'm going to Protect plus kill the Viv. That is the strat. If he protects on Viv, good job. But it looks like I'm the first to protect here, which means I guessed right. Oh, nice. Okay, this works out. That's a Rage Powder set is what he's going for. That works for me. Yeah, 2 hits will knock it out. Perfect. And assuming he Shadow Balls my Goldengo, we're in a good place. He could also Sludge Wave, I guess, but I don't see why he'd do that. Yep, he went for the Shadow Ball. Perfect. It could be Choice Scar or a Focus Sash on that, which could be problematic, but we'll see. So that problem is gone. Okay, so he wants to set up screens now. Question is, I think I do still want Tailwind for sure. And do I want to just pop the damage into Gengar for now? Or do I just swap? I can't swap into the Shadow Ball. So I'm going to... I could also just set up Tailwind and Protect and then pivot the next turn, but I think I'm okay to start swinging. I want to put some damage into this Gengar. So that's what I'm going to do. Looks like he doesn't have... Okay, his Prankster Light Screen, which will allow him to live one's Shadow Ball, but because I'm HP invested, I will also live one, so I'm not too worried about him hitting me with a Shadow Ball. Oh, okay, well, turns out he is not Sash. So that's going to be a death there. And we got one more Pokemon to see. It's the Dragalge, which I do have Psychic for, so... And with Flare Blitz as well, I think that's GG at this point. I don't see what he could do besides Thunderbolting me. I'm just going to go full offense here. No reason to play slow anymore. Because at this point, I think the game is wrapped up. So I'll get the Strong Psychic. I assume he doesn't know I have that. And he is going to be really sad to see it. Goldengo is so strong into his team. Okay, he can't even Thunder Wave my Goldengo because it's gold is gold, so it can't be status. He has no way out of this Pokemon. It's just going to decimate him through and through. Actually, you know what? That's very specially defensive invested, but that's okay. We're putting in some good damage. He has Regenerator as a passive, but he won't be able to... Oh, no, Adaptability, right. That's completely fine with me. Let's take this thing out, almost. And then we'll see what the Poison-type Dragalge wants to go for. Icy Wind. That's still not going to allow him to outspeed me. I think he's kind of screwed. But we'll just keep playing it out. I have no reason to protect. Just keep attacking. I don't think Dragalge gets Recover. I could be mistaken. Would be curious to see it. But I have my Metagross in the back with Psychic Fangs, so no matter what he does, it's kind of... Yeah, it's kind of a rip. Ripperoni, pepperoni. Okay, one more and he's gone. And Klefki isn't really doing much here, so... yeah, that's fine. Draco... that'll probably kill, but now it means he has no special attack. Oh, it doesn't even kill. I'm sorry. Yeah, this Golden Go is a menace. Well, that's all she wrote for sure this turn. I mean, I don't even think he has any attacks on Klefki. If he had... I don't even know if he gets foul play, so there's not really much he can do. Like, he could... okay, he's just gonna stall. I don't... maybe for differential? I don't even think we're playing with that. Yeah, he can't even Thunder Wave me, so he's sad. Yeah. This looks to be the end. And then I assume Tailwind wears out, but I can just protect in Tailwind. If I really care. I really don't, but yeah. So that's the first game. I'm not even going to be disrespectful. I think this lead I brought is wrong to everything he has, and because he didn't bring Sneasler, which is his only out with Gengar, and his Gengar isn't on Focus Sash, it kind of just means I think he just loses with his draft, unfortunately. But we'll see what he does. See what adaptations he wants to make. I'm not changing anything. Just because of the Talonflame being able to go into the Vivillon, I'm not worried about it, so I'm bringing the same stuff. And to be honest, Grimmsnarl might not be the choice, because instead of Grimmsnarl, I could... well, it will be nice if his Vivillon actually starts being a problem in the late game and I don't have Golden Go anymore for some reason if I lose it. So being able to stop that with Taunt will be important, I think, still. This time I expect him to lead a little bit more aggressive with Dragalge and someone else, so I have to kind of pick my options. We'll see what he does, though. Okay, he went the same leads. Interesting. Is it going to be... he has Rage Powder, so that means he also probably has Protect. So he might be just trying to go for the Protect this time as a change in strategy to hit my Talonflame. So I'm going to assume that he is doing that, and I'm going to play as though he's going to either swap or protect. This time I'm not going to duel. I mean, this is risky, but like I don't see what else he's going for. Like, why would he lead the same thing again if it's just going to lose the same way? So I think he tries something else this time. And the only way I could see him playing this differently would be with a Protect on Viv instead. Yes, see? Called that perfectly. So this means Gengar's dead. And yeah. Because I just didn't see what else he could possibly be planning with that idea there. It's just a little too obvious. Okay, so that means we got guaranteed kill into the Viv slot. He has to swap it. So, I'm sure he's going to do something different. Looks like he wants to use that. I am not sure what that's here to do, to be honest. So I'm going to just fire off. I think Psychic does more here. Not really sure what that wants to do against me. So I'm just going to Psychic into it and... oh wow, wait, why did it survive this time? That was weird. Anyways. Oh, okay, well I guess it's a range, but... we'll just hit the Psychic off here. Do some good damage. I have Metagross in the back. That's super nice damage. Metagross in the back. He can't status me, so the only thing he can do is like Infestation. I don't really know what he's going for. Yeah, Infestation. Guess it makes it so I can't switch, but I mean, I'm just planning to let the Talonflame die anyway, so... So he's going to Baneful Bunker to protect it, and that means whatever's coming in is going to be what I focus. So, what's it going to be? Strike Algae again. Okay. fine with just targeting it down. I'm just going to go for the dual wing beat for damage and psychic into this. I don't really care about the Toxapex. I don't see it doing anything in this position. Infestation is not going to be enough to do anything. He could be afraid of me psychicking it, so I see Baneful Bunker coming out, and I'm just going to ignore that and go for the Dragalge. If he protects Dragalge, it's kind of just holding off the inevitable. Metagross comes in and wipes this out. So I also have Taunt on my Grimmsnarl, which will shut down the Toxapex handedly as well. Okay, so he did just protect it. That's a good move, I guess. Okay, he just protected both. So yeah, we're cool with that. I'm not really worried about the Toxapex, so just gonna ignore it. I think he should probably surrender. I just don't see there's being anything to do. I mean, this was a really bad matchup. Gholdengo specifically, he had no options for. It counters his entire team. The only Pokemon he had that could do anything versus it was Sneasler. Oh, sorry, not even Sneasler. No, yeah. Well, I guess if he went Sneasler with the Throat Chop, that's some damage that would be super effective, and his Gengar was just too important to lose, and that's kind of the difference maker in this match. He kind of lost his most important Mon, which was Gengar. It was his main option, so there comes the Draco. Can at least kill one of my Mons. I think he's just going to go for the Talonflame just to see something different. That's what I assume anyways. He just wants to see something else. What I got in the back for him. And Infestation, that's fine. And then we just bring in Metagross, and that's the game, because I can attack into both his Mons for free. With Psychic Fangs and Psychic. I guess we lost Tailwind, but I think I'm probably still faster. If not, actually, I'm gonna go with this. Here. Still have an option here. Get our Grimmsnarl. Even just go for the Scary Face with the Psychic. This will just guarantee that he can't get some sort of crit or anything like that. Slow him down, so it guarantees both my no speed Gholdengo and no speed Metagross will guarantee the outspeed and be able to finish him off. Probably scared of me taunting his Pokemon, but I see him just double protecting. I don't see what else he could really do here, so I'm not too worried about anything else. Assume he goes for the double protect. I mean, it really doesn't matter what he does. I don't. Just gotta go for 1,000, 1,000 protects. Eventually, it's gonna end. Hope he just. Oh, there we go. Okay, game over. Even if he did go for the attack there, when it mattered, I would have Scary Face slowed him with the priority, and he couldn't even attempt to try and kill me there. Okay, so it's Infestation, that's whatever, he's gonna now Baneful, and that's the thing. Actually does good damage, this Infestation here. But it's not going to be enough. After I taunt him, he won't be able to protect anymore. And that'll be the end of the game. I think Baneful only works on contact, so... oh, nice. Okay. Taunt off, which means now he can't protect. And that should end the game, basically. One more hit. You actually can take out the Golden Go, so that'll be at least how you wanted to recover. Well, oh, can't do that now. Also can't protect. Ooh, we didn't get Golden Go. 2 HP! The MVP stays in the entire match. I mean, I guess Talonflame was an MVP too, so... Sucker for fun, and Psychic for the finish. There's the end. Well, good games, true. It was fun. I'm sorry about the Golden Go issue there. It was a tough matchup, but you played well, all things considered, so good luck in your other matches, and thanks to everybody who's checked this out.